Equity in Gifted Programming. Valley View Public School District 365U is a large, diverse suburban system located 20 miles southwest of Chicago. The district serves the cities of Bolingbrook, Romeoville, Naperville, and Lockport. Valley View is a unified school district spanning the ages of early childhood to transitional post-high school programming. The district is made up of 2 high schools, 1 alternative school, 5 middle schools, 12 elementary schools, and 1 main early childhood center. The schools service more than 18,000 students, which include native speakers of over 40 languages. Socioeconomic diversity within the district is evident. This is just an example of the difference between the demographics of 2 of the elementary schools, both from one feeder town. Making decisions which impact the district as a whole are often difficult to keep equitable because of the variance in school and student needs. A particular concern at this time is the selection of students for our self-contained gifted program for 2nd through 5th grade. The program was originally designed in 1979 and has never had a major review or adjustment. It goes without saying that much has happened in the last 36 years to necessitate an examination of the program's efficacy and accessibility. In 1979, the program was designated to provide enriched instructional programming for students with superior cognitive function. To get into the program, which we have always called the Challenge Program, a 1st grade teacher would recommend a student for screening. Originally, the screening involved an IQ test and a COGAT assessment. Students who scored over a district set threshold were admitted. Those who did not were relegated back to the standard general education classroom. Approximately 6 years, our district began using measures of progress, or MAP, tests as an additional data point. Those qualifying in the 98th percentile on MAP were also put into the system to be tested for COGAT. The number of students recommended for gifted screening really did not change much after the addition of MAP. Generally speaking, the students who scored high on MAP were also the same students that teachers were recommending. The problem of equity came to the forefront this year as a committee was put together to review the oft-neglected Challenge Program. In the past 20 years, the district demographics have shifted pretty dramatically, yet the demographics of the students accepted into Challenge have remained the same. This year, as we sat down to look over the test scores, we were shocked to find out that students qualified from only 3 of our 12 elementary buildings. How could this be? Do we only have students who appear to be gifted in 3 schools? Suspiciously, our 3 highest socioeconomic and white-populated schools? So where does the disparity come from? One could argue that genetics play a factor. One could argue that your home life plays a factor. But this is not the theory that John Rawls or Sen would agree with. The gift of genes and money does not entitle one to gifted services. So in order to truly, ethically, and equitably support a program, we have to first examine the selection process. Teacher recommendation is probably the most flawed system for identifying gifted students that we could use. First of all, most teachers have never had any special training on identifying or working with gifted children. What teachers see are high-performing, compliant children. Often a truly gifted child is disruptive, maladjusted, or withdrawn. This happens because they do not think the same way as other children, or in the way in which the teacher has designed the learning environment. Allowing teachers to pick who should be screened is definitely the first step that we need to change. Additionally, 6 years old is developmentally too early to tell who is gifted and who has had an enriched background. The second area to examine is accessibility of the program. The design of the COGAT is for it to be read completely to the student in 1st grade. Do you see where this might be a problem for second language children? COGAT in this format is fairly culturally biased. Additionally, it was mentioned that before the MAP test was added, but the MAP test also does not come in any language besides English. Our bilingual students don't even take the MAP test. Therefore, their only route to make it into testing is by teacher recommendation. If we hope to develop a program that services truly gifted students and is representative of all populations, we definitely need to find a new screening method and think about moving the testing to an older, more reliable grade level.
Created using Powtoon.